CBS 8 is always working for you, but we're not the only ones working for our community. Hello, and thank you for joining us. I'm Jenny Day, and thank you to San Diego Community Power, the sponsor of this special. To make our community as strong and resilient as possible, it requires the help of everyone, from our neighbors and community leaders to our incredible nonprofit organizations and strong business sector. So while we are so fortunate to live with year-round sunshine, it does also increase our chances of developing skin cancer. So AIM is one nonprofit raising awareness and money for melanoma research. I spoke with AIM to highlight how this group is working for our community and share why this one really hits close to home.
We all got sunburns growing up. She was diagnosed at 25 and she passed away at 26.
Sam Guild lost her sister to skin cancer far too young. It's what led their mom to start the AIM at Melanoma Foundation, this year marking their 20th anniversary.
So we're trying to raise awareness about how people can prevent it.
AIM has three major goals: to provide education and support for caregivers or those in treatment, raise funds for research to find a cure, and public advocacy by supporting legislation that helps prevent it altogether.
We have treatment options that are giving people the opportunity to live several years past their diagnosis, research that's being done to help give people a quality of life. My sister did not have one, unfortunately.
Melanoma is the deadliest form of skin cancer, claiming more than 8,000 lives annually in the U.S. It's what took my own mom, and I myself, a fair-skinned redhead who's always loved the beach, have had it twice. 10 years ago, I even had surgery on camera to use my platform for some good.
We know overall survival is very good if you catch it early. So we do encourage people to do their own monthly skin exams.
I want you to know, though, it can happen to anyone, even where the sun doesn't shine.
I always say Bob Marley died from a melanoma on his toe. I'm like, no one is immune.
So I sat down with a surfer and dermatologist from Scripps who became interested in the field after wanting to better protect her own skin.
It's a cumulative burden for a lot of people that live here in sunny San Diego. And so wearing sunscreen and UPF clothing is your elixir to youth and also prevention for skin cancer.
So here's what to look out for. Keep the ABCDEs in mind, the first being A for asymmetry. You want each half of your mole to look the same.
B is borders. If the borders are frilly, not well defined, or it seems like the lesion is growing in one direction more than the others, that's something to be aware of.
Up next, the C stands for color.
If you see red, white, blue, gray, black, multiple colors in one lesion, keep that in mind.
D is for diameter. Point out anything larger than a pencil eraser. And finally, E stands for evolving. You know your body best, so keep an eye out for change.
If it's bleeding, changing color, shape, size, texture, any new symptoms of tenderness.
It shows up in all the typical spots that see a lot of sunshine, but it can also be on your scalp, in your eyes or mouth, or like Bob Marley, on your toe.
For checking your fingernails, you want to look for brown linear streaks.
So soak up all that San Diego has to offer. Just do so responsibly.
My favorite sunscreens are the ones with zinc and titanium in it because they're mineral-based, very effective.
Working for our community, Jenny Day, CBS 8. Yeah, I sincerely hope that information helps you. Well, meantime, the San Diego Rescue Mission has received a series of awards honoring the nonprofit for addressing homelessness with compassion. Those include the California Nonprofit of the Year and Uplifting the Community Awards. Donnie D., their president and CEO, says the Rescue Mission succeeds because they offer a holistic approach to solving homelessness by catering each program to address the specific reasons someone may have ended up on the streets.
We believe rehabilitation is the key. Give us 12 months, we'll get you off the streets permanently. Now that means you're going to have to work a program, and it's in that program that we're able to address the issues of the heart and figure out what led to your homelessness and what do we have to do, what steps do we have to take with you, because we can't want this more than you want this, but what steps do we have to take with you so that you can eliminate your homelessness forever.
Last year, this rescue mission helped more than 300 people get off the street while also providing meals, hours of job training, and hot showers to thousands more. Well, now to another organization that says they approach every situation with an open heart. Open Heart Leaders is a nonprofit providing services focused on mental health and education. Our Heather Myers sat down with April Laster, the CEO and founder, and Dr. Vanjie Cridge, a program director there, to learn more about their vision.
Open Heart Leaders, people who are not familiar with this organization, what do you do?
Open Heart Leaders is a full mental health, education, and social justice wraparound service organization. And so we imply the things that are reduced in our communities, typically disenfranchised communities, and we try to incorporate what it looks like to have mental health, education, and justice services that are operated by people of color, or people that look like them.
So the young people, the families, the individuals that come to you, what types of services are they needing?
I mean, we service everybody from the womb to the tomb from there, but some of the services that may be needed that are utilized through our organization are life coaching, counseling, needing a high school diploma, special education needs, resources, anything like that, court advocacy, legal aid, record expungement. Those are the type of services, signing up for Medi-Cal, medical services, and all of these different things are umbrellaed under the full organization.
For people that are not familiar with the organization, what types of backgrounds and struggles are these families dealing with right here in San Diego County that people may not realize that families are dealing with here?
Sure. Most of our clientele, I would say, are Black and brown, are coming from disenfranchised communities. However, as April mentioned, we do service everyone. Often what we find is that people are looking for service providers that look like them and come from similar backgrounds and experiences. So having grown up in Southeast San Diego and really committed to recycling my education and experience, I am able to engage with them on a very different level, which is very much appreciated. So through that support, we establish that trust and are able to give them support, resources, and help their children advance in their educational attainment.
Is there a website that folks can go to?
Yes, they can find us on all social media platforms at Open Heart Leaders, or they can visit us at openheartleaders.org.
Good stuff. Thank you. Thank you. We mean it. Well, we also want you to know the San Diego Food Bank is asking for your help during these summer months. The Food Bank's 14th annual summer food drive is happening until August 20th. During this time, you can drop off any non-perishable and unopened food items at all 75 local Albertsons, Vons, and Pavilions. For more information, go to our website, cbs8.com/community. Well, stay with us. More positive news ahead. One group is pairing with those who served our country with rescued horses to help both start a new chapter in life. And coming up next, we'll introduce you to Saddles in Service. Helping our heroes and horses. That's the goal of the nonprofit Saddles in Service. Since 2017, the group has been supporting the mental health of those who served our country by pairing them with rescued horses. Our Carla Chiquetto was able to learn more about their mission.
What is the mission of Saddles in Service for people who don't know about you?
So our mission is to combat the suicide rates of our veterans, active duty, military, and first responders by partnering them with these horses.
We know that those are at near epidemic levels. Why did you get called to this, and how does this work?
Sure. My husband spent 25 years in the Navy, got out and was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress and anxiety and depression, and we saw what horses were doing for him, and we decided, hey, you know what? We need to make this available. And we have so many, veterans out here in this community and first responders. And so it was perfect.
And where are you guys located?
So we're in Alpine and Descanso here in San Diego.
All right, got a couple locations. I'm going to go meet some horses. Yeah. And I'm also going to meet Tammy Angioni. She is the director of training. I'm sorry, Sandy Angioni. I got Tammy Olovich. It's a lot. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Okay, and so tell me, you work with the horses and you work with these service members and these first responders. What does working to bring them together do for both of them?
Oh my gosh, it really is good for their spirit and their psyche, and they come in, and when they come in, they're maybe down, But when they leave, their spirits are up. But what I want to talk about is about our horses.
Oh, okay. Well, tell me where they came from.
Okay, these came from Reno. They were wild Mustangs. And the inmates, prison in Reno, went ahead and broke and trained them. And from there, they were selected to go to the Border Patrol. And so they were Border Patrol, so they weren't just, they were officers. So they took care of people there too. And then Tammy took over. Actually, we have about 5 Mustangs, and we have them now at our ranch, and now they are saving lives.
What an amazing journey these horses have been on.
It's amazing what they've done in their lifetime, and they're just so special.
The stories they could tell. Well, I'm going to go over and talk to Sean Puckett now, who is, Sean, you are, I hate to put you on the spot here, but you're one of those heroes. You're one of those men who have gone through this journey. What has this been for you, and why did you get involved?
So I served 11 years in the Army and exited in 2021. So just really needed something to feel connected to a community and kind of what we had in the military. So finding something like Saddles in Service just really puts you back with having some purpose. And these animals, they can see a side of you that I don't think that even people can. And getting paired up with these guys and learning, how to work with them and, how to heal is extremely important.
And these are Hollywood and Apache. Do you work with Hollywood all the time?
I have worked with them, yeah, a few times.
What does developing that responsibility and relationship to this animal, what does that do for you?
It is super empowering. It's fulfilling, and it just fills that hole that kind of is left after leaving the military and after leaving that community. And it just, I don't know how to explain it other than they see something in you and they pull that out. So
do you find the relationship building that you've done with this helps you in other relationships in your life?
Oh, absolutely. It's one of those things that you can't leave at the ranch. It's lasting, it goes home with you, and it's friendships, relationships of any kind. It really uplifts you.
Sean Puckett, thank you so much for your time. I'm going to go back to Sandy. I know that all of what you just said was kind of what she wanted to get to, just talk about the transformation that you've seen. And do you just want to talk about that, just the difference you've seen it make in people?
It's actually even made a difference to us wranglers, too, to be able to give back. I've never been able to give back. I wasn't in the military. I'm not first responder. But what I do with the horses and the heroes that come in, I feel like I'm giving back. And it's just a wonderful program. There's no other program in the United States like ours. We teach the heroes from hoof to the tip of their ears. We teach them everything. And then once they're with our program for about a year, then we send them to our Wyoming Saddles in Service, and they go there and they drive cattle for a week.
It sounds like this has been kind of the best job that you've had.
Oh my gosh, don't make me cry.
I'm going to let you off the hook with that one, Sandy.
It really has been.
Thank you so much for doing this. It's amazing. And, people I know, San Diegans are going to want to get involved and help out. Tammy, the founder and CEO, what can people do if they want to support you?
Sure. They can go to our website at www.saddlesinservice.org. And we need help with sponsoring horses. We have a wait list right now of over 90 veterans and first responders. And so we need to have the funds to bring in more horses and to be able to serve this group because it's a big need right now.
What's the website one more time because people will step up to this?
Sure, www.saddlesinservice.org.
That really is so touching. I'm glad they exist. Thank you for the work that you're doing. Well, a Holocaust survivor who passed away is sharing his story through an art exhibit. Coming up next, we'll explain how a free program is helping his message reach our local students. Well, a Holocaust survivor inspired a local art exhibit that now ensures his story lives on. While the artist has since passed away, a high school program is using his art to teach students about that dark time in history. I was able to visit the exhibit at the Lawrence Family Jewish Community Center to learn more.
This wall is the beginning of the exhibit. The Great Synagogue was the center and the heart of the Vilna Jewish community. It is wintertime. We can see a guard here forcing out the family.
Rebecca Lehman is a junior at San Diego's Torah High School.
You see his eyes, they're dark, they're hollowing, they're haunting, and just depicting the absolute suffering, and dehumanization that he was forced to go through.
She was selected as the art curator for the David Levkovsky Student Docent and Leadership Training Program.
This group of people are being brought to the gas chambers, being cruelly murdered, and he still depicts this in brighter colors, and I think that's to show because these people had so much left in them. They had so much more life to give.
She is mature and wise beyond her years as she sees and interprets the paintings.
We really want to educate on the past, show how we can use that in the present, and safeguard for the future to ensure that these atrocities and hatred and discrimination do not carry on into the next generation.
David Levkovsky, the artist, produced more than 400 pieces of art depicting life from 3 major time frames: before the Holocaust, his vibrant life in Vilna, Lithuania, to a very dark time at a prison camp in Siberia during World War II, and then ultimately his freedom and renewal in Israel.
A yellow hat, a red t-shirt, he's surrounded by these bright blues, signifying his healing.
He made it to age 91. I'm told he survived that time in a way because of art.
He became the prison tattoo artist, and in this way, he was actually able to get an extra scrap of a potato peel, an extra piece of bread, and he actually survived.
This is Levkovsky's great niece. It was her idea to create this free program that has high school students teaching their peers about the Holocaust through her uncle's artwork.
We look at the philosophy of what do you see, what do you think, what do you feel? What is that conversation that you as a student want to have with this artist?
The ultimate hope is that education ensures history does not repeat itself.
I never thought that living in America, especially as an immigrant, that I would see this level of anti-Semitism, specifically on college campuses. We here use the art of David Levkovsky to show what hatred and what words can lead to.
Rebecca hopes her classmates see it as a reminder to lead with love.
Also tolerance and empathy, understanding others.
He would have been in awe of Rebecca, but all these students.
And know that the Lawrence Family Jewish Community Center is open to people from all faiths. They have a swimming pool, fitness center, youth theater company, and international film festival.
Whatever part of the world they come from, whatever life they have, please come through our doors and come find community here.
Working for our community in La Jolla, I'm Jenny Day. Thank you for sharing his work with us. Coming up next, we'll share how one nonprofit has been working toward lasting positive change for those with intellectual and developmental disabilities. There's a nonprofit in San Diego whose only mission is to help fund the work of other nonprofits. Each year, the Foundation for Developmental Disabilities gives out around $300,000. I attended one of their check presentations to learn more about how they serve our community.
Boys and Girls Club. Whoop, whoop. Congratulations. So appreciated.
Nearly 70 grand being invested in 5 nonprofits that work with people with intellectual and developmental disabilities, including the Boys and Girls Club of Oceanside.
This funding will really support our Fit and Fun program, which encourages our adults with disabilities to get active.
The Foundation for Developmental Disabilities has been making a meaningful impact on San Diego since 1986.
We really try to fund the smaller organizations.
They're often involved for the long haul and get to see the growth their funding has supported.
So we try to do family support, we try to do employment programs, we try to do housing programs, just, anything that we feel would really make a positive impact on this population.
With the help of donations, they also provide emergency assistance for San Diego Regional Center clients.
We help them with their rent, we help them pay their bills, we help to avoid eviction.
Another grant recipient today is New Village Arts in Carlsbad.
Fulfillment, belonging. I think a lot of people find community, and that's what it's about.
The foundation recently provided them with funding to put on a play, Stella Luna. Now this next round of money will go toward a documentary showing how that play shaped their lives.
We hired all actors with neurodiversity to be a part of that show and take it to the local schools and tour it. And one of my favorite parts about that is hearing how other students students there with special needs, with autism, got the chance to see themselves on stage, and that really meant a lot to them.
The foundation also paid for a chairlift for the pool at St. Madeleine's Sophie Center.
Physically, it does a lot, and also psychologically.
And they will now cover the cost of lifeguards and training.
We wanted to maintain our swim team, Special Olympics, and it just costs a lot more money than people think it does.
Gigi's Playhouse is also getting money for their mission.
Expand our tutoring program, our youth board, and their leadership initiatives. It's really going to make a difference in the lives of our participants with Down syndrome, their families, and of course the broader community.
The nonprofit Adjoin plans to put the grant money toward their virtual learning platform.
Allow people to grow their skills in, advocating for themselves and becoming the people that they want to be.
You can also get involved and make a difference by volunteering your time.
Volunteer at the pool, art galleries, or we have a huge garden. So just different. In the kitchen, we make lunch every day for everybody.
The ushers for performances and things like that, also helping build sets.
Working for our community, Jenny Day, CBS 8. Yeah, good stuff. So thank you so much for joining us. And thank you to San Diego Community Power, the sponsor of this special. Really so nice to shed light on all of the good. Hope these stories have inspired you. I'm Jenny Day for CBS 8. Keep up the great work and see you again soon. Until then, take good care.